Whoops. We didn't frame that too well at the beginning, so let's see how we go. Right, this will be an interesting one. It's a fairly common one. We're going to just see if we can make this look good. Let's see, what colour? Auto paper. Going to take away that. Can't use auto paper most of the time. Let's see if we can make this one interesting one. Right. And make, oh fuck you, Konica Minolta. I wish we had the old tab system like on the old C353. At least it's better organised and you don't have this excess play in the user interface. It's really annoying the way Konica Minolta think that this is going to, or thought it was going to simulate the functionality or they obviously thought it would be like a mobile phone screen, and that's a way of, you could say that's a gimmick to get more people to buy their product. But I find the tabs are a lot easier to deal with than this silly system that they've got. I mean, Konica Minolta are real money fuckers, and maybe a lot of these people, I don't know, I don't think they've got toner heads running the R&D lab or in the R&D lab. I think they've just got mostly, I don't know, normal people whose IQs are pretty average, probably 100 or maybe 110 maybe, and they're not terribly clever. Toner heads would have created these features a long time ago, and the features haven't actually changed fundamentally. They're pretty much the same. When you've seen both user interfaces, you'll know what I'm talking about if you're familiar with this shit. But basically, they haven't really made any exciting new features for people like me, but they kept these features in play. So we're doing a Taaaget. But basically, most people don't like those features or need them. And even most people in the printing industry, when they're using a photocopier to reproduce something, they typically don't use the features, including the colour balance, which seems strange because you think with printers you've got to get an exact print. But for some reason, I don't know, it's really dumb. I do a lot of extreme sort of work, and these features have a place. My opinion is that if you want to build a good photocopier, artificial intelligence is the way to go. But when you build a photocopier, you should create it as if it's an entry-level machine for most people. So none of these fancy features. If you're going to have fancy features, if you want fancy features on a machine, you can download them as apps, and like on a phone and like on a computer, instead of having them already pre-programmed. But this is an interesting result. I'm wondering if we can add a background colour to fill things in a bit. I'm wondering what colour will I use to make her look even better. So I've got an idea. Let's just see what we do. But yeah, and the fact is, this hardware isn't going to last me any more than 5 years when it comes to the availability of spare parts. So if I'm going to be using this machine for another 5 years, I'm going to have to once again replace it like I replaced my C353, which is really wrong. It should last at least 10 years, the spare parts. That's what I used to think when I was a little 13-year-old toner head or photocopier nerd. Toner head's just another term for photocopier nerd. But basically, my opinion is that a photocopier should really last 60 years, not 5 years and 10 years. Even 10 years isn't long enough. But anyway, that looks really sunny. It looks really strange, but I think we can call that quits. I quite like that, I think.